Pradosham is a significant day in the Hindu calendar to worship Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. It falls on the 13th day, Trayodasi of the lunar cycle, and hence occurs two times in a month, once in the waxing period and once in the waning period. There are many stories associated with the origin of Pradosham. However, an interesting legend that explains the origin goes thus. The Devas and the Asuras had agreed to churn the milky ocean in order to obtain the nectar capable of bestowing them with immortality. They began churning the ocean with the help of the Mandara mountain and the serpent Vasuki. As the churning progressed, Vasuki started to emit strong poison which caused severe suffocation and irritation to not only the Devas and Asuras but also the gods and goddesses. They immediately ran to Lord Shiva seeking his help. The ever compassionate Lord consumed the hala hala poison. Goddess Parvati, knowing the dangerous effect of the poison, rushed to Lord Shiva and by her supreme powers forcefully stopped the flow of poison by gently placing her hands at the Lord's throat. The hala hala stopped at his throat, giving it a blue hue, thus him being called Neelakanta. The poison started taking its toll on Lord Shiva. His eyes rolled and closed, and his feet stumbled rhythmically, and he started breathing heavily. He told Parvati that in order to save his creations, he had to consume the poison, and the effect on him would be the same as on his creations. The Lord then placed his head on Goddess Parvati's lap with his eyes closed and did not show any signs of movement for the next 1.5 days. The Lord slowly woke up in the evening of Trayodasi on a Saturday, much to the delight of all the gods and goddesses present there. Much to the surprise of everyone, for the next 1.5 hours between 4:30 and 6 p.m., the Lord performed the divine dance between Nandi's horns. This evening time is called Pradosha Kalam. While Pradosham occurs every evening, Dina Pradosham, the two Pradoshams which are popularly celebrated in temples are the Shukla Paksha Pradosham and the Krishna Paksha Pradosham, which occur every fortnight on Trayodasi day. When Trayodasi falls on a Saturday, it is called Mahapradosham or Shani Pradosham, and when it falls on a Monday, it is referred to as Soma Pradosham. Shani Pradosham, the day on which the Tandavam was performed, and Soma Pradosham, the day associated with Lord Shiva, are considered to be highly auspicious. During Pradosha Kalam, first Abhishekam for Lord Shiva's mount Nandi is performed, followed by Archanai and Arati. Then an elaborate puja, which includes Abhishekam and Archanai with Bilva leaves, is performed for the Lord. Then both Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati are mounted on Nandi and taken around the Praharam three times, followed by Archanai and Arati. The entire temple reverberates with chants from various shlokas and stotrams, the most popular among them being Sri Rudram and Chamakam. During Pradosha Kalam, a unique way of Pradakshinam is performed known as the Soma Sutra Pradakshinam. First, saluting the holy bull or Nandi, we go anti-clockwise and salute Chandikeshwarar, not crossing the Gomukhi. The Gomukhi is the place where the water after anointing would be flowing northwards out. Now, returning in the clockwise manner, we salute Rishabham and continue clockwise till the Gomukhi, not to cross it again. Then, returning in anti-clockwise direction, we salute the Rishabham again and proceed towards Chandikeshwarar. From there, we return clockwise without worshipping Nandi and reach Gomukhi. Finally, we return back anti-clockwise from there to salute Nandi and continue to Chandikeshwarar and return back to Nandi and worship the Shivalingam at the Sanctum Sanctorum by viewing through the space between the two horns of the Nandi. This is one Pradakshinam. Three such times Pradakshinams are performed. If we carefully observe, the curve traced by doing the Pradakshinam is very similar to the periphery of the crescent. Hence, this way of circumambulating is called Somasutra Pradakshinam. The temples that celebrate Pradosham. Pallikondeshwara Swami Suruttapalli. The presiding deity, Pallikondeshwara, Lord Shiva, is in reclining position, about 6 feet long, with his head on the lap of goddess Parvati, his consort, who resides as Sarva Mangalambikai. The uniqueness of the temple lies in Lord Shiva, seen in the human form, unlike his usual linga form. Lord Shiva, after consuming the halahala, started feeling a little giddy due to the severity of the poison and rested on the lap of goddess Parvati for a while in the place where the village stands today. Hence, the village got its name as Suruttapalli. Surutta meaning little dizzy and Palli meaning resting. Pradosha Puja is said to have originated from this temple. It is believed that during Pradosha Punya Kalam, anyone who offers prayers will attain Shanti, Sakala Saubhagyam, and will not have any obstacles in life. The next being Tyagaraja Temple, Tiruvarur. The Tyagaraja Temple in Tiruvarur is famous for its Nitya Pradosham custom, where Pradosham is celebrated daily rather than once every 2 weeks. This temple is one of India's most magnificent ancient temples and has been visited by renowned poet saints of the Nayanmar tradition. The temple's grandeur and historical significance makes it a prime destination for devotees during Pradosham. Sri Ratnagirishwara Temple, Chennai. Lord Shiva is worshipped as Ratnagirishwarar and Parvati Devi is worshipped as Aralakesi Amman in this temple. The twang and chime of the ringing bells, together with the Nadaswaram recital and Veda Gosham, with the circumambulating of Pradoshamurti's idol on the Vrishabha Vahanam, is how Pradosham is celebrated at this temple. The first Abhishekam to the Pradosha Vigraham was done by the sacred hands of His Holiness Sri Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Mahaswamigal of Kanchi Kamakoti Sarvagnya Peetam. Kapalishwara Temple, Chennai. Lord Shiva is worshipped as Kapalishwarar and Goddess Parvati is worshipped as Karpagambal, goddess of the wish-yielding tree. During Pradosham, thousands of devotees throng this temple as they listen to the presentation of sacred verses from the Tevaram. Apart from these temples, there are many other temples which celebrate Pradosham with great splendor and divinity. It is believed that worshipping Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati for one Pradosham equals going to temple for 15 days and for 11 Pradoshams equals seeing one Kumbhabhishekam. It is also said that there is no rebirth for those who worship 120 Pradoshams. Let us all prostrate before Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati and receive their bountiful blessings.